Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mega Man X5.
This is the only one I'm able to beat in like 2 sessions,
Oh,
at least without dying a bunch. Because as much as I love these games, I die a lot because I'm very reckless when I play.
You're playing it wrong. You're supposed to... I don't know. I just made a video, I released a video today as of this recording of talking about players who, like, video game purist logic. I was just like, if you're not playing it this very specific way, you're not playing it right. You know.
So, what's really cool about this game is you can actually play as either Mega Man or Zero and beat the entire game as one of them. I'm going to be using Zero. He was always my favorite growing up, and I do best with him. I think his combat's a lot more fun too, like jumping right into the action, getting right up in the enemy's face, and slashing the crap out of him. Normally I play on extreme mode, but because I will die a few times doing that, I'm just going to play on normal mode. Make it a lot easier.
You're going to put in cheats for Nightmare Zero?
Oh yeah, I'm getting there. So what's really cool about this one, this is one of the few where you can actually get armors for both of them. There's a cool way to do it in the second to last Sigma level, but since I'm just doing a playthrough like this, I'm just going to go and put in the cheat to get Nightmare Armor 0, which I'll show you how to do that here in a minute.
You're only playing as regular Mega Man, aren't you?
No, I refuse. Now, I do sometimes. Sometimes when I play through this, I'll get Mega Man. Usually I start out with what's called the 4th armor, or I'll get his ultimate armor at the beginning, which you can do with a cheat code that goes in the opposite direction, and I'll explain what I mean by that here in a minute.
But you gotta do training, because you gotta prepare.
I'm not doing the training mode. I mean, I'm capable of it, but there's no point. So what I always do, and I've always done this, and make sure I change the controls, because I can't dash with like the circle button that takes away from me jumping and slashing, so I always change it to L1. And I don't do a lot of weapons selection with Zero anyway, so it works totally fine for me. Yeah, I was back out of here. I just leave the game speed and everything normal. You can go to do training. It's kind of cool. You get a boss fight in there. That's the Dragoon guy from Mega Man X4. Which, I didn't play that before this because Mega Man X4 is alright, but the final boss is so hard it's not worth me doing as a Let's Play. So I just start it.
I'll tell you one Mega Man X game that I never finished was Mega Man X3.
So... if you want to get the Ultimate Armor X, you would want to do a code that is up 2 times and then down 9 times, and you'll hear a noise. With Zero, you want to do down 2 times and up 9 times.
Down.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You hear that ring, and then when you press X, or whatever console you're on, the equivalent, it will give you the Nightmare Armor 0. And to be honest, there's like a really long scene here. I just skipped through it because I've seen it so many times. Basically, a colony called Eurasia is about to crash towards Earth. The guy there on the right is trying to cause it, and the totally not Sigma in the top left is behind it.
And you get to, but you played the piano really fast.
Yeah. I wish I could play piano. That'd be pretty cool.
I've tried playing piano.
Some people complain about how much dialogue there is in this game, and there's a lot, but it doesn't bother me because, man, the gameplay is probably something I've always loved.
But it's not the Super Nintendo one, so it's not good.
Oh my gosh, the frame rate of this thing is awful. And it's not the original game that's like that. It really is just a recording device that we're using. If you play this like on a PS1, Switch, PS2, anything it's been ported to, it's going to be pretty clean.
It actually sucks pretty worse.
So, if you start out with Zero in this game, he has a Buster, but it's pretty worthless. Like, I don't even know why it's included. The Buster in the Mega Man Zero games is way better.
Well, yeah, since you can't even use X in the game.
Yeah, that's true. If you don't start with Zero, he actually loses his Buster, and he never has it in the game. Which, I mean, again, is fine. That really doesn't bother me very much. Because I don't use it. Basically, all the messages are pretty innocuous here. Like, there's not really a lot going on.
Might as well just call this a speed run.
No,
Kind of.
I'm not that fast.
Fiest.
I wish I was that good. And what I love about one thing I don't think people take advantage of enough in the X games is the wall jump stuff. There's a boss in one of the Sigma levels I can't beat the normal way. So I basically just destroy my finger smashing the X button over and over, hiding in the corner away from his attacks. You'll see.
Mega Man 6.
Basically, whoever you use, the other character loses a certain piece of armor based on your playthrough. So, like, you don't have the 4th armor for X if you start out with 0. And you don't have 0's Buster if you start out with X.
And also X is 0, 0X is Sigma.
Sigma's head, it's really weird. He's always about his head. Ah.
He's big-headed.
As you can see, I'm kind of like I play with a lot of high damage. Like I don't hide from danger in this game very well.
You know, if you play this on a Mega Man X Legacy Collection, put on Rookie mode.
I refuse. I am not a rookie at this game. Got him before he killed me.
Bam, 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 bam. I'd say my favorite Mega Man X games are probably Mega Man X1, X4, and this game.
So for some weird reason, the Sigma virus, like, doing that just spread it all over the Earth. I don't know why the Earth isn't purple. A virus like that's for computers. But sure, we'll accept it. And basically because X and 0 are so old, the virus doesn't... Well, it hurts X, but it won't turn him.
Yeah.
It heals 0. It's kind of cool. You can, like, get the Sigma virus into 0, and he gets healed and temporarily invincible. I'll show you on a level that has him.
I forgot. What was I gonna say?
And then we're gonna save it, which I don't know if there's already any save data here. Nope.
No,
Cool.
I've got it on a certain memory card that, you know. So this isn't one of those PS1 games where you see the other save files from other games.
Yeah, that was so weird about that era of gaming is you could like overwrite other people's save data. I would have thought by that era we would have. Well, no, I guess not, because that really was one of the early non-PC eras where you could see other save data. Were there other? I don't remember. Were there other consoles that saved onto the device? Maybe the Sega Saturn? I can't remember. I never had a Saturn, but I know it had discs. I don't remember if it had a memory card. So what's really interesting is a lot of these characters are named after, like a lot of the bosses are named after characters from Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, the characters.
I think they changed that in some of the later releases, but certainly the PS1 release and maybe the Mega Man X Collection version had like Duff McWhalen and Axl Rose, and I can't remember the others because I don't remember all the names of the people in Guns N' Roses. So the boss order here is the bear, the whale, then you got squid guy, and you got this guy, and then you want to head on over to this guy, and oh gosh, I can't remember. It's actually been a long... I always forget, I just kind of like go for it. I think it's him, and then it's him. No, it's him and then him. I think you actually fight him, then him, then him, then him.
This is some pretty good gameplay.
I've honestly forgotten. The point is, you like look at your weapons, which this barely matters, and what's really neat is the cannon. You can actually fire it right now, and there's a very, very tiny chance it will destroy the colony, and you actually can skip every boss up into the Sigma stage. Like you literally, if you happen to get it right here, you just skip everybody. There's a really weird thing about this game. Now, I could probably sit here for an hour and try it and probably not get it, but it is written in the game that it's possible. And I've done it with only beaten 2 bosses, but never just 0. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to show the actual game.
The beer.
This is where you can choose character.
You can you can technically still use 0 even when you choose X, but
Yeah, but that's X in its most basic form, and that's just not fun.
Grizzly Slash.
It is neat how you can actually get X's armor parts with Zero. He just like sets them aside, and starting in X4, you had to complete the whole armor to put on any pieces. Unlike the original Mega Man, where as soon as you got an armor piece, you just had it. Think about maybe the dash boots from Mega Man X1 there in the Chill Penguin stage.
And Mega Man X4 was the edgy kid because it had cussing.
I forgot about that. It had like one swear word, I think.
Yeah, that's a few times. I remember, gosh, in that game, Mega Man sounded like this. You know, X sounded like this, even though he wasn't regular Mega Man. You know.
I don't even think we hear him talk in this one, do we?
No. I'm pretty sure they just have their Japanese like grunts and stuff in this one.
Yeah,
probably.
I think X4 had the highest budget.
Yeah. Yeah, X6 definitely didn't have a big budget either.
Well, X6 was not very good. It had some interesting ideas. I like what they did with Zero's Saber, and like the different endings was cool, which this one has different endings too.
It just depends on what you do. Can you make it up that one?
It's been a little longer than I thought since I played this.
Whee! Gosh, there was so many games and like stuff that were obsessed with that music.
Well, I mean, you got to think of the era this came out. Like, sound chips had gotten really good. Like, you know, even as far back as like the NES or even further back, you could have voices. Like,
yeah,
the Intellivision had a voice synthesis module that was really basic, but it did get the job done. Ah, come on.
You know where you don't die in that? I'm just gonna constantly remind you, hey, there's a rookie mode in the Legacy Collection.
I'm not a rookie. Okay, when I'm playing this on a console that doesn't have 5 frames a second, I'm usually a little bit... Oh, come on! I'm usually a little bit better at it.
Well, now you're gonna be even better next time you play it on the... You know.
I better be able to play extreme mode without getting hit next time. So I figure this will be...
Yeah. So isn't there like I think there's eventually something where you can double jump.
Yeah, so after you get this stage, you get a double jump with Zero.
An E-tank.
Yeah. That's one thing I didn't like they did in the later Mega Mans is like, in later X games, is you only got 2 E-tanks and an energy tank instead of 4 E-tanks. So I'm not going to get all the armor pieces in this playthrough, but I'll show you, here's one for X. It's neat how Dr. Light managed to put these little tanks in all these places in the world, and how no one else found them.
So that when I die, the Mega Man can see.
Yeah, so that when I die, I can leave stuff with Mega Man.
Well, he's speaking like in the Mega Man 8. He spoke like
He tried to speak like this.
Yeah, Elmer Fudd.
You know who should have spoke for him was Norm Macdonald. As of this recording, he recently passed away, and I've been going back to watch episodes of the Mike Tyson Mysteries. So I'd never watched it, I just saw ads. I didn't realize that Norm Macdonald voiced the pigeon in that show. And it's hilarious. He's sociopathic. So this is one of the bosses that basically doesn't have a weakness, but he's also the easiest one to kill.
Yeah, I always have at least one of those, and
every Mega Man game has like a primer boss.
Yeah, I love the boss.
Basically, just slash the crap out of him. Watch out for the drill attack like this.
Yeah.
Unlike what I just did. Just give him some good slashes. Frick.
It is kind of funny that they released these. They released X collections 1 and 2. Well, they released them in 2 different collections, the X games, and you know that people are mostly only going to be getting X1 or X Legacy Collection 1.
But it's too bad because the second one had X5.
But like that's like one of the only good ones in the collection.
Yeah.
Whereas with like, here's what I think about. Let's see, Mega Man Legacy Collection had 2 pretty good games, and then the second one had a really awesome game.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of them are either okay or you know.
I want to see Mega Man Legends and stuff re-released, but it wouldn't really fit with any of the others in the collection. Like, it'd be like Legends and like Mega Man Soccer and Mega Man Racing and maybe Mega Man the Power Fighters.
Yeah.
Which I actually kind of liked it. It was kind of like Marvel vs. Capcom, but not quite as nice. It was cool. It told the story of like Zero about to come around, where Wily was going to.
Spoilers.
Basically, Wily steals Proto Man, uses his parts to make Zero. Zero kills almost everybody, including Dr. Wily.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so this level kind of sucks. I've never liked it. Basically, just because it's so slow, you have to wait for the whale.
Yeah.
Or the ship before the whale.
Yeah.
Whale himself.
Duff McWhalen.
Yep. I'm a super casual fan of Guns N' Roses. There's a few songs there I really enjoy. Knocking on Heaven's Door, November Rain. Of course, some of the ones.
Oh, but the best band ever is AC/DC.
No, I don't like AC/DC. It's the voices. It's the dude's vocals sound like Marge Simpson trying to do rock. Alright, so I can't even get like the gravel in my throat like Marge has, so I'm not even gonna try.
Homie!
Yeah. I can't do it.
I can only do it sometimes, and I can't control the volume of it.
I'm too thirsty to do it right now. I can't get my voice to get the gravel back there without it just going.
Oh, you're thirsty.
What's annoying is that like the pieces of the ship keep coming back.
Yeah. What about whenever they're like in the fish and then like the...
Oh, make sure to pick those guys up. You get an extra life when you save them.
Yeah.
I will say that the system with them was a lot cooler in X6 because there were set ones.
Oh no! I don't know what it is. Spam. It just says spam.
I'll just pick it up and hang up.
Nah,
Screw
I'll just
them.
let it.
But I don't want to hear that in the recording. Screw that.
You know you missed that guy.
Yeah, I don't get them all. He was already too far away before he spat him out.
You know, we need some sacrifice here.
Yeah. These guys need to pull their own weight. I go now chill up here while he shoots.
Like when they're in the fish and they got that like...
So the fact that I've already got double jump is super handy because I love platforming. So if you chill up there in the corner like that, that's actually really handy against one of the Sigma bosses that I was talking about earlier. Just kind of wait for my guy to pull out the gun again, hide up here. And of all the games that have been here for Let's Plays, this is definitely one I probably am the most confident in, or at least know the most. It's fun, if you hit him, he actually kind of goes back, but it doesn't really mean much, because then he'll like shoot forward and hurt you.
Hey look, a big fishy.
Giant health bar, nothing. We just let him shoot.
Yeah, that's just there to scare the tourists.
Just jump, yeah, just scare the tourists. Well, if you read what's going on with this thing, it's like a ship that was in an aquatic, or a nautical museum that got taken over by the Sigma virus, or by Duff McWhalen, I can't remember. So you just destroy a part of it, pretty easy.
You know what, what was I gonna say? Shoot.
It's amazing how much of the ship you actually have to hit and destroy before you can continue. And this is the part I hate the most, coming down with this friggin' thing. Because, like,
yeah.
These are, you fall so slow.
Yeah, I remember I was playing, this on the Switch, the Legacy Collection. I put in the Nightmare thing, and I just about didn't have to use, like, any of the weakness, like, any of the boss's weaknesses. I was just able to slash through it.
Are you on rookie mode, though?
Yeah.
It is true the Nightmare armor makes your blade stronger. That's why it's purple. Purple means strength, apparently.
Purple.
Yeah, purple.
Spyro color, I don't know.
That's crazy. The reason purple, at least in the European world, is associated with royalty was... No, not even the European world, it's in the Eastern world. Purple was associated with royalty because it was a very hard color to make years ago. You had to smash up, I think it was a bunch of snail shells to make to get it. So you had to spend a ton of money, and basically only the royalty could afford that. So this part is actually, I will say this part here, way easier with Zero, because you just jump and slash it the whole time. Destroys all the missiles, all that, no problem. X, a little more difficult.
And, commentary. Simple. I can't argue with that.
And I want to know if it's really true that aluminum used to be so expensive, it would be worth more than, like, silver, kitchenware and utensils way back in the day. Because that would be really interesting to go back in time and be like, yeah, look at all this aluminum stuff I got for $1. Like, look at this aluminum spoon I got for $1. Yeah, this is worth, like, freaking quarter of a bar of gold in your time. So there's actually armor up here, but you gotta have the Falcon armor is X, which lets you fly, and you can fly through there. This requires you to come back with Duff McWhalen's attack with X. You destroy that little blue thing, and you get the armor piece for the...
So there's backtracking? Ah!
Yeah, you gotta revisit levels to get stuff.
I'm just freaking out like people... I feel like people kind of overreact to it. I mean, it is kind of annoying to backtrack in some games, but like I feel like people overreact to it.
So just make sure you kind of sit here, destroy these things, hang around, and then destroy it again.
Or like the people that like hate backtracking but love Metroidvanias. Metroidvanias are literally all about the backtracking.
Speaking of Metroidvanias, as of this recording, the Castlevania games just came, like the Advanced Collection just came out on the Switch. That's pretty cool. I picked it up this morning.
Yeah, I remember seeing an announcement. I was like, I wonder when that's going to come out. And I see later on, oh, it was released the day it was announced.
It's funny. I like those games, but I've only beaten like one of them. Like, they're very hard games. I half beat Symphony of the Night, but the Upside Down Castle is brutal. That's a level of
Sympathy
gaming.
of the Night.
Yeah, Sympathy of the Night. I had to try really hard with it. I got to level up a little bit. And one I really do enjoy, but is, if I ever beat it, will be the hardest game I've ever beaten, is Rondo of Blood. It's fun, but boy, it is
difficult.
It is very difficult. It's one of those you kind of have to play it a bunch to remember where everything is. But I like it. I think Richter Belmont's kind of a cool character. And it's funny, since it's for the PC Engine, there's some random, like, anime cutscenes that were just kind of... They felt very mid-90s. And there's, like, little things you can get, people you can save with, like, to get extra scenes and extra abilities. I'm stuck on the last level. That last level's a nightmare.
Zero.
I'm pretty sure it's one of those levels where, like, that which was once a boss is just a common enemy.
Yeah.
But you're no stronger.
What does Duff McWhalen think about it?
I don't care what the whale thinks. He's a freaking whale.
Whoa. Whoa. Insensitive.
Yeah, so what's cool about him, you basically just... You jump and slash till he's about half dead. You just use his weakness. And then he'll move over to the other side. And that's when you really got to start working on him because he's tough.
Yeah, because it is also, you got the, don't those things automatically kill you? Those
it's about right now. Yeah, the spikes will automatically kill you unless you get one of the power-ups.
Well,
but I killed him.
What about Mega Man Zero, how you can just, like, cut the enemies in half, like the bosses, after you kill one, if you slash them?
Oh, yeah. I think Mega Man Zero is my favorite rendition of the Mega Man games, which is funny because Mega Man is not a usable character. You just have Zero.
They just put in Mega Man just to say, hey, it's a Mega Man game. There you go.
And out of all of them, I would highly, highly recommend Mega Man Zeros 2 and 3. Let's get some extra life.
Still need to beat, I don't think I've ever beaten 4. I've beaten 1 through 3 before, but I haven't beaten 4.
Zero 4 was really interesting. It had some ideas where I was like, what? But then it had some ideas, like the way they did the elf system was really interesting. And you could get special extra abilities
Extra.
If you beat an area based on
Dynamo.
whether or not you change the weather to be against you. If you make the weather against you, the boss is harder, but you get extra stuff for it.
That's cool.
Okay, so you gotta fight Dynamo twice.
Yeah.
And you don't get anything for it. It's kind of worthless. You just like fight him.
This is like, he's the character, he's there.
Yeah, it's kind of like a thorn in your side, but to be honest, you defeating him is not impactful. You can fight him over and over in Mega Man X6 when you go to the extra areas that you go to one extra area to get 0, and then you just go to the extra areas and you basically just fight Dynamo and I think someone else over and over. So there's the cannon in the background.
Is it cannon?
Unfortunately, he doesn't have a special weakness. You just gotta slash him and try not to die. Now, I will say the music for the Dynamo stages is pretty sweet.
Now they, if you all have watched, used to watch Gaming Mavericks, what were they called? Game Mavericks. They used to have this as like their opening thing or their closing theme or whatever. And then they have one where they played like crappy NES games and they had like farts in the music.
They could do like they did with Titus and make the laughing version. So somebody made the entire Final Fantasy X soundtrack with Titus's laugh. I don't understand why. I think it's cursed, but it does exist.
When I played a little bit of Final Fantasy X recently, I named him Ratchet.
Did you choose the Advanced Sphere Grid?
No.
Why? It's the best one.
I don't know. I don't know that game.
I told you to do that.
Anyway,
Alright, so you definitely wailing, so you want to go to this guy. Now this one, you may see me do a couple times over because I am not good with the speed bike.
Are you going to try to get the E-Tank thing or whatever
Yes.
it is? Okay.
So that's why I may do it a few times, because you have to... So in this stage, you ride a little speeder bike, and there are little charge shots. If you get all of them, you can open up a special door at the end of the area.
There's like a speeder bike in just about every X game level, like, or at least the beginning, or at one point. Awesome.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do something that I used to do, and I forgot to do it earlier. I turn on rapid fire, and that way you can just do that.
I completely forgot that was a thing.
It makes this stage a little easier.
Do you know where all the shinies are?
Yeah.
Whatever you call
Just a
them.
matter of timing all the jumps.
I think you may have missed. No, you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I didn't miss any. I just messed up because this is actually fairly short. Yeah, and I died intentionally because I missed one. It's kind of neat. I've never actually, or I've done it once. I think you can actually like waste the hours in the game, and I missed one. Yeah, damn it. You can actually waste the hours in the game and have it where they're forced to use either the cannon or the shuttle, and it changes the ending based on whether or not that succeeds. Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing this because I want what you get with the little shinies.
The shinies.
I missed another. You can probably edit. You can edit out all the playthroughs that don't make it.
I might do a fast forwarding thing. I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. It takes me a few... How? It takes me a few run-throughs to get this right. This is why I don't normally try to explain video games. I didn't get that one. Pulse.
Ah, shoot, it's not the right one.
Wait, the far one you talked about?
Yeah.
I gotta stop missing. Man.
There we go. Wait.
It's almost on key.
I don't know what that sound effect was, but I'll probably like.
There we go. I think that's all of them.
Oh, okay, there we go. I was gonna say probably for that little moment I was gonna just like play it through so they could hear that.
I can't remember if there's an E-Tank or armor behind here. I may have just wasted my time.
Bunch of puppers at shopping places just.
Oh. I missed one. Ah, screw it. I don't care. Look up what's behind there, because I honestly don't remember. Say, I don't know, maybe the Mega Man X5 Squid Adler Extras? Or Squid Adler Door.
Let's see here. Let me see if it. I'm just gonna fast forward through like a.
What, a 100% playthrough?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, frick.
Freaking darn frick.
If it's just like a piece of armor, I wasted my time.
Let's see. Well, they're playing as X, but I'm sure.
I mean, it's going to be the same thing. It's
Yeah.
just gonna be a matter if it's a power up, it's a matter of.
Never mind, they didn't get it either.
Come on. Look at the 100% playthrough.
So they said full 100% all armor, and I'm just like, well, maybe it wasn't armor there. Mogaman. What was it you called it one time?
Mogaman X5.
Yeah.
And I just gave X, or X or Zero derp eyes. Whew. So, I haven't shown it yet, but the power you got from Duff... Okay, this part's actually a lot easier with X. The power I got from Duff McWhalen was... Nope. Nope. You'll see. I hate that electric thing. Go back in there.
So far, no one's wanting to show it.
You basically got that shield in front of your face.
I wonder if anyone has a USB fetish.
That's really random, and I don't want to think about it either. Truth be told, that sounds like something that doesn't need to come to my mind.
You know, they'll probably look at this.
Alright.
Does it matter which way you go through there? Do you get anything extra?
Yeah, there's either an armor piece or a piece of heart you can get, but you can't get it as Zero if you go the other direction. You got to get it as X with one of the armor types. That's one thing I don't like, is that the armor, or that the heart stuff goes to whoever gets it, not to the other character. And that sucks, because I want to get everything as Zero and make him strong and get him ready for the final battle. Basically, Squid Adler's just like, yeah, I'm a thing, and I have the Sigma virus, and I'm cool with taking over the world or something.
Level 9.
His weakness is the Duff McWhalen power, but you gotta be careful how you do it, because if you finish your dash in the middle of them, it damages you.
Now that's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage. There you go. He dead. That's what I love about these games. You can actually kill some of the bosses very, very quickly. If you do it right.
I'm trying to look it up. 'Cause I know I did it at one point.
Well, I've done it too. I just have to really work at it.
But everywhere I'm trying to look, it either doesn't show it or it's like, uh-oh, the page is no longer there. Well, all I've got to say to that is it makes me very sad and I'm going to cry.
I'm gonna cry big old wet tears. So, it would be neat sometime to do a playthrough where I show where all the hidden stuff is. I know that there's one in this stage you can only get to if you have a spike immunity, which Zero does not. You basically have to have the Falcon armor with X.
It doesn't look like anything that Zero needs is there, so it wasn't behind that door that you missed.
Ah, okay.
As far as I could tell.
It is possible, regardless of who you start with, to get all the armor and everything. I just have no reason to do it right now.
Just imagine if I were a lifeguard.
So what's really neat, if you go to these stages and you've already shot off the cannon of the shuttle, all it tells you, it's kind of pointless to be here, but you're welcome to come anyway. So yeah, so one of the things is down here. But again, you gotta have spike immunity or be able to fly.
They keep up those little villains from the original Mega Man's just kind of...
They look like Metools or Metars, based on which one you're playing.
Yeah.
And I love the music. That's one thing I've always loved about the X games, is that they have some sweet guitar.
Yeah, that's probably what a lot of the... That's probably the music is why there's so much Mega Man bytes in this game. That's probably what a lot of it takes up is from music. Yeah, these games are not very large in size.
They're 2D.
Well, I know.
Unless you have a 2D game like Cuphead, they're not going to be very massive. So this is where you got to get good with crouching.
Oh, by the way,
Okay, so here's the level I was talking about. X, you want to avoid these, but Zero, let him affect him. It's only helpful.
So,
Yeah!
on, yeah, no, he has
I think
like
there's a power-up to get an extra slash, and
yeah.
this one, and I need that so bad.
I'm not trying to think of, so the people who say that, like, 2D games, like, such as, or essentially 2D games such as, stuff like, either New Super Mario Bros. Or Link's Awakening remake and stuff, just to say
Link's
that they're
Awakening
definitely...
remake can't really be considered 2D, it's...
Well, you know what I mean, like, it's got...
It's pretty three-dimensional.
Yeah, well, anyway... When people say that it's definitely worth the price and then stuff like that, and say, like, I'm just like, no, it's not.
Didn't Scott the Laws have something on 2D games and why do they consider it less of value?
Yeah, he's trying to say that they're kind of equal. But when it comes to stuff like that, I mean, yeah, the value depends on the person, but it's just like, this was a Game Boy game. Even with the shiny graphics and the, you know, the shiny new graphics, I'm not talking about art style, I'm just talking about graphics in general.
So you gotta destroy the black one of these, not the purple.
But like whenever it comes to, that game, it's really not, it really doesn't look like it's worth it. Like, a friend of mine, or Corey, you know Corey, he's a big Zelda guy. He doesn't plan on getting the game unless it's becomes super cheap because he already has the original Game Boy game, and all the new one does is give you shinier, give you newer graphics, widescreen, and a stupid dungeon remix creator thing.
I wouldn't mind having a cartridge copy of Link's Awakening DX.
I'm just saying, like, $60 for a game, again, with newer graphics. You're essentially paying for the graphics when you get that game, the remake. And that's what gets on my nerves about stuff like that. It's just like I'm not gonna sit here and say it's worth paying $60 to get the same sports game over and over, but
it definitely kills me when they do remakes that are just like enhance the graphics a little, but they didn't redo the game.
Yeah.
And then charge $50-$60.
Yeah.
Like, you could argue actually, I think it only ended up being $40. But if you could argue a higher price point for something like the remake or the re-release of Shadow of the Colossus, because they actually went back and redid the code from the ground up. So that one I'd actually understand.
Yeah.
Though I think it only ended up being $40, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little hidden dealio up here if I can get up to him.
For a second, I thought that was.
Oh yeah, just armor.
Well, you stupid. Trash.
If it wasn't so darn time consuming, it would be kind of neat to do a playthrough of .hack GU. Not the original. The original .hack is kind of boring. The story's neat, but the gameplay is not that fun, in my opinion. And then maybe it's just because I'm not a big fan of online games. It very much is made in the style of an old MMO.
Oh yeah.
It's again, story's actually pretty cool. I like .hack. It's like the Less at Stake, but OG Sword Art Online.
Huh.
Except people die and they just were in comas if they got attacked by Tri-Edge or Data Drain in the original.
You still nice. Oh, that couldn't. Let's see, that's probably you.
Oh no, it couldn't be me. I just farted.
Oh. Classic Family Guy. His hair. I like how his hair is the only thing that was moving. What about how his hair just gets like a little
one of us
silvery?
Used to have a figurine of Nightmare Zero.
We used to have a few figures.
I think I have one somewhere of Zero from the Mega Man Zero games that I found at a CVS one day. Which, what the heck? Why was there a Mega Man Zero figure at CVS?
I remember, Izzy Glow. I remember on
so basically use that power on him.
Yeah, I remember getting a really big Mega Man.exe toy. You know, like a.
Oh yeah, wait, where at CVS?
No, it was like Walmart or somewhere.
I love the Mega Man Battle Network games. Those were incredible.
Remember the anime?
Anime was interesting. I think there's like 2 manga series. It's weird. Mega Man EXE was like the Battle Network games. I think were underrated, except for X5 or Battle Network 5. I do not know why that one got a DS. Well, okay, I know why it got a DS release, but I'm sad that the worst one got a DS release. Battle Network 6 should have a DS release because that one was actually pretty good.
Well, you could play Star Force.
This has now become a Mega Man Battle Network review. I think Star Force is hot garbage. Mega Man Battle Network 1 was clunky, but a good game. 2 was really good. It was much more raw, much more
mature,
intense. Land cusses a few times. People actually die, like literally dead forever, and you're like on the phone with someone who dies.
So Mega Man Battle Network 2 would basically be like a reason that game would probably get like a...
So here's the Enigma Cannon. It usually doesn't work. I don't expect it to here. If it does, it'd be really cool. I've done it one time. But story-wise, it typically doesn't. Typically, it fails and you have to take the shuttle, which usually succeeds. Oh. Well, alright then.
Well, wait, what's the report?
It has been destroyed. Like, I literally can skip the last word. Well, you guys have seen a rare sight, at least if you're playing without trying to manipulate or, restart the game over and over.
Gosh, I hope this recording saves.
I have only seen this once my entire life in a playthrough I did. Like, sure, I could see it on YouTube. So that's pretty cool. Glad you're all here to share that with me.
Hopefully. I'll just bring down the mood by saying, what if it doesn't,
So, although I'm not going to, I literally could just skip the other 4 bosses if I wanted to. Like, the Sigma stages are now available.
Yeah.
And they don't even need the shuttle. So now what's released is called the Zero virus, which honestly doesn't get well explained unless you get the bad ending where Zero becomes evil. Because in that one, he crashes into Eurasia and it doesn't destroy it, so it hits the Earth, and like, I don't know, 50% of the population die.
Awesome.
But yeah, it doesn't work, unfortunately. Anyway, I am going to go ahead and continue to the bosses. I like how the music changes here. So I believe this guy is one you go to first. Then you use his time stop ability to hit this guy, and his air ability hits this guy, and then he sets this guy on fire.
Now it seems like we might be able to finish it today.
I'm not that fast. I don't expect to finish the Sigma stages. It's possible I could do it in 42 minutes. We'll see.
You know, Rouge looks pretty sexy there.
Oh, it couldn't be sexy, because I just farted. So yeah, she'll talk about not needing stuff anymore, but you're welcome to come by. I think it's neat.
You're welcome to kill all the enemies.
So this stage is naturally slow because of the thing in the background. I guess maybe someone just didn't make things efficiently. It's really weird. There are, like, I don't remember if you have to slow down in some of the later ports, but certainly in the PS1 port, whether you're on a disc or with the PlayStation 1 Classic like we're doing here, you're gonna see that.
So the PS2 was released 21 years ago.
People that were... Wow, the PS2 can drink alcohol in the US.
I think it's not quite 21 yet in the US, but...
Well, we better check the little date signs that you see at like an Applebee's or something that's like,
yeah.
You know, like the little rotating ones. If you were born before this date, you can't drink, or you know, people must be born after this date to buy alcohol, or however it's worded.
Yeah. Because I think it came out in like November or something in the US in like 2000. I still remember the PS2 being like the big new thing.
I do still wonder, if Halo had never come out, would the Xbox have done as well as it did? I want to say no.
I doubt
It
it.
didn't have much else to offer. I mean, you had KOTOR and you had Jade Empire, and Fusion Frenzy, but what else did you have?
Well, there was also Blinks.
Yeah, Blink the Cat. Yeah, alright.
I tried those games.
There was a Tron game, but it was okay. It was a first-person shooter, which was neat.
It was neat.
Which is weird to think about Tron being out at that time, because basically until Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, no one born after 1990 even knew who Tron was.
What is a Tron?
I only knew about who he was because of Kingdom Hearts 2. Now, I've since become a fan of Tron. I actually really like the movie.
And then there's Legacy.
Yeah, Tron Legacy is okay. But I think Tron, the original, is more my favorite. Yeah, it's really, really cheesy. Make sure to stay crouched there.
Make sure to stay crouched.
Ah, forgot. Forgot that the thing isn't yet. That's what I was waiting for.
Whee.
And that's much easier to get a 0 because you can double jump. I think X can do it if you have the Ultima armor, where you can dash.
Ultimate.
Ultima.
Well, are we gonna try to end this stream? Are we gonna try to end this playthrough after this one, or you think, or?
Oh no, I'm gonna go as long as I can. Probably at the end of the 8 bosses, and then we'll do the Sigma stages next time.
Next time on Game.
Next time. I will say, I think that out of X4, 5, and 6, I think 6 had my favorite power-ups for 0. They actually did quite a few good things with that. Unfortunately, most of X6 is not that great. It's kind of cool. You can just sit here and just keep getting Sigma parts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go back into this area like this.
Conquered.
So yeah, you're actually temporarily invincible. And what's really cool is when you get to the Sigma stages, and you have the Sigma, or you get the Zero virus. They are twice as potent as the Sigma version. Alright, so this sucks. like, doing this here, you have to come in here as X and make it go up there, over, like, because he has a little power you can aim.
Yeah.
Firefly, it's terrible. It can be done, but it's hard.
Just singing off of nothing there. Andrew is what you would consider a real gamer girl.
I am a real gamer girl. Look at me.
Girl.
I'm gonna show my breasticles so that I can get more money on this stream.
Why are women objectified?
Oh wait, it makes me money.
Whoa.
See, I beat a lot of these bosses pretty quickly. Sigma is not going to be one of those. He is brutally difficult. He's not as difficult as he is in X4, because in X4 he has... you fight 2 Sigmas at once, and they both have full health bars.
Now, if you're on rookie
It's
mode...
it's very difficult. Oh, cool, I get quick charge, which doesn't help Zero at all.
Yeah, I'm by myself. That was one of those things that have like Sonic on it for some reason.
I love those kind of memes. Do you guys know that Sonic the Hedgehog was arrested for public intoxication? Alright, so you gotta fight this guy. He's kind of hard. Or at least his stage is kind of hard. It's got some interesting ideas, but it's actually kind of difficult.
Sonic, I wish cars could talk. Knuckles, man, do I have a movie for you. Bando Namkai.
Bando Namkai. Bandai Namco. That was such a beautiful union, because that's the union that created the .hack GU series, which is one of my favorite action RPGs outside of Kingdom Hearts. I mean, it's Whew. So if you don't destroy those, they blow up and you take damage, and you lose out on a few things. So I tried to destroy them. So the power you got from that guy was to stop time, which is really useful in one of the Sigma stages. Believe me, like this one you got all these lasers shooting at you. You got to be able to stop time. It's tough.
Now, if you got rookie mode. Yeah, it's kind of funny though how Mega Man X, like how the X games all came out at E ratings. The original collection, the original Mega Man X collection, came out as an E-rated game, and then like you got the Legacy X Legacy collection, it's T-rated.
I think I just got another heart tank.
Huh?
I can't remember where, or maybe not. I didn't pay attention. Oh,
yeah.
That's what I'm looking for. The weapons tank is here.
Yeah. But yeah, basically, like Mega Man X Legacy Collection was like, all right, times are different. Let's just bump it up to a T rating. And then like same went for Mega Man 0/ZX Collection.
It's funny. He actually can't get to you.
Oh, he's right
So
there.
this area is neat if you have X, because you can get the Falcon armor. Gosh, I hate where that thing's placed. It's so close.
I remember, but yeah, like, what was I gonna say? I think Mega Man ZX Advent was the first, like, original Mega Man game to get an E10 rating. To get, like, a rating above E. Like, technically the first Mega Man X game to do that was, Maverick Hunter X, but that was a remake of Mega Man X1. But in terms of like original games, the first one to get an above E rating was ZX Advent.
I wish they'd taken what they did with Maverick Hunter X and did X's 2 and 3 because I actually really like how they handled that, having the little 30-minute anime and having having the voice acting stuff. I thought that was actually pretty cool, and they handle it pretty well. It's a lot better than Mega Man Powered Up, which is just let's put a big head on Mega Man.
The only thing cool I can say about that is apparently you can make your own stages or something like that.
Well, that's neat, but I don't like the big head thing.
Yeah, no.
I don't like big headed mode on any character. I never turned it on in Ratchet and Clank. Yeah, chibi designs, no.
Oh yeah, it's like big head. It's like developers put in the big head as a joke, ha 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 ha. But then like whenever it's like the main art style of like some Japanese game, it's like, well, this is serious. This is I can take this seriously, you know.
Dang it!
Didn't they sort of have that in like the Tales of Symphonia games?
What? Oh, what, the big head thing?
Yeah.
No, I actually like those games. Alright, so enemy kill him.
Well, I know that like their heads were a little bigger than like a normal, you know. I know it was anime, but
no, their heads weren't any bigger. The art style was not quite chibi-ish. Maybe more chibi than a standard game, but less chibi than say Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles.
Well, what about what do you call it? The
maybe closer to the Final Fantasy IX design.
What about Tales of Symphonia? The one with oh, yeah, wasn't there one where it's like there's this tiny character they could just walk past, and then the guy goes, "Hello, losers! You can't go anywhere," you know.
Yeah, that was Tales of Symphonia. You run across, I don't remember what race he's a part of. Basically, he's like, he's about the size, I don't know, maybe of a basketball, and like you can't get past him until you save somebody. I hated that mission.
Yeah, and I hate when they have these tiny things where it's like you can just step on it and that's okay. You know, you can just step on the character and you're done. You don't have to do anything, and they try, and you don't have to hear their little insults of like, haha, we're better than you, even though you could just kill me right here. Oh, well, because he said that, we're just gonna listen to him. I remember I made a joke picture about it where it's like this tall stick figure and just like the little dot tells him he can't go anywhere.
So I got to fight Dynamo again, which is fine. I've done worse.
Dynamo.
Dino!
So that new Flintstone show, which is not going to be called Flintstones, it looks absolutely awful. That Yabba Dabba Dinosaurs or whatever.
Oh yeah, doesn't it look like it's basically animated with Flash?
Just about, yeah. Maybe a little more effort put into it.
How many seconds was that? 6 or 7?
Maybe I'll count it.
I forgot how easy this is on normal mode.
If I'm not lazy, I'll count it later on. But if I'm lazy, you know, I won't actually.
On extreme mode, he actually presents more of a challenge, which is how I normally play this game. But I don't want to die a bunch.
Not for this playthrough.
I just need a power up that makes my saber stronger, or it gives me a 4th slash.
So apparently, this was in one of the either a Mega Man game or some kind of game where it says, "You want to be a demon? Then go back to hell, Vile."
So there's a Mega Man game I really want to play. And I just probably should just find an emulator for it. I know I'm never going to get the original hardware. There was a console called the Wonder Swan. I don't know what it is. I just know Japan had it, and they had a side-scrolling Mega Man Battle Network game on it that I want to play. Because I found sprites for it one time. Like when I was in middle school, early high school, I made sprite comics. Yeah, I knew Bandai made it.
It looks like one of those cheap, like little what do you call them? The Game & Watch type things.
Okay, it ain't that cheap looking.
Well, like okay, it's sort of the look of it on the outside, but like
the console does.
Yeah,
I was thinking with the graphics in the game.
No, I'm talking about the console itself. Looks like one of those kind of, although it has more buttons. Of course, then again, there's some of those Tiger Electronics that have a bunch of buttons, but they all do weird things.
Like a big forward button for the Chip and Dale game.
Yeah, that was I feel like those games work better with like very basic type games like Tetris or Frogger or something, but they don't really work well with.
Alrighty then. So
this
area is tough, and it took me a long time as a kid to figure out what the heck was going on. Well, you'll see.
Or will you see? That's what we call suspense.
Oh yeah, it's not that way. I think I was thinking of a level in Mega Man X1.
Well, all I'm gonna say is cats.
So, you come down here. You gotta run. You gotta hide in these walls, like in the little black square. So, like, good luck making it. I could have made it up there. But you gotta wait for the lava flow because it destroys the doorways, like this one.
No.
The beat's a little off, but you have the right idea.
These are contagious.
If only there was a turbo. Ah!
So the
You get for trying to hurt me.
gosh, remember that time when everyone was excited for the new Crash on PS2?
No.
No, I remember it. At least I remember we saw a preview of it and it was like, whoa, new Crash game, what's that coming out on? And the guy said PS2. And we're like, huh.
Wait, what Crash game?
Oh, Wrath of Cortex.
Oh, yeah.
I remember even as kids, I thought something was a bit a bit off whenever I was able to beat it casually as a kid. Whereas with the other Crashes, I was struggled a little bit.
Okay, the ride armor. I think there's a branching pathway here. I'm thinking of X4. It's here.
I have only completed Wrath of Cortex once. I don't plan to do it again, at least not without cheats.
I can't remember if I beat it. I think I did once.
I know you probably beat the casual thing, but like the getting everything, that's a nightmare. Like, it actually followed the Crash 1 thing where you could put, well, not a password, but like you could put in cheats and or no, you put in your name as something and you unlock everything. Which means if you do the final boss, you get the real ending. Which I'd wondered about why Crash Twin Sanity started the way it did and then eventually I saw the ending to Wrath of Cortex, the true ending of Wrath of Cortex. I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Was that the one with the masks, like the extra masks?
Yeah, with like the elementals and first appearance of Crunch.
Oh yeah, here's the armor. I think for the Gia armor. Yeah, but again, I'm not getting it.
You're not gonna get it?
No, I mean, I'm not getting the whole armor.
I was just about to say, like, I'm not gonna get it, and you're just going in there.
Yeah, back to that Crash game. That's the one with Arlie Ermy.
That's the water guy.
Which I need more clips of his his little like clips from Full Metal Jacket in Crash Bandicoot. You look like the kind of guy that gives someone a reach around, not have the common courtesy to... Or no, do something from behind and not have the common courtesy to give him a reach around. Oh, that's right. That's power to choose. So you just like, so you dash and then like press square to stop and shoot it towards him. This is definitely one of the weirder powers that you get as Zero.
It's a Transformer Power Rangers toy. I don't know. Power Rangers, robots in disguise. So anyway, You know, in the background, it almost looks like something you find in like the Jack and Daxter game where you have to do the rhythm to like match the face buttons or whatever.
Oh, I was thinking about the clarinet with all the teeth sticking out of it behind you.
Well, you talking about the boss or the?
No, the background, like below or the claws sticking out teeth.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking, like you know, you got those 4 green things.
Oh, I know what you mean. Boink. Boink.
Beer near 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 near.
Jumper. Ooh, did I get to jump higher? I'm all down for that.
Well, yeah, just like.
So there's one more stage, and then we'll probably call it for this session because.
Yeah. What about?
I'm not really good at playing games and talking.
What about the fact that Chris Pratt is Mario in the upcoming Mario movie?
Yeah, I'm interested to see how that ends up because he's not Italian.
Yeah, you have Chris Pratt as Mario. You have Charlie Day as Luigi. You have I forgot her name as Peach. You have Jack Black as Bowser.
I think that's suiting. Like, I think he'll do fine.
And then you have
Jack Black. I actually like his acting quite a bit because he knows how to get right into a role and be crazy about it.
Yeah. You have what's his
except for freaking King Kong. Like, he did fine, but why was he there? Like Peter Jackson's King Kong. Why was Jack Black there? He was very out of place.
You have King. Let's see. Keegan Michael Key as Toad. You have Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong for some reason.
It's Conky Dong.
Yeah.
So you have to have the Gia armor to do these things. So obviously I'm not doing them here.
So I guess Donkey Kong will be smoking a blunt and
Basically Pineapple Express.
Yeah.
I think this new Mario movie is actually just Pineapple Express too.
I got it. They're gonna have Donkey Kong and Cranky Kong there, so they can have a. They're gonna have a backdoor pilot to, not backdoor pilot, but like a secret little thing. It's like Donkey Kong's gonna get his own movie, you know.
It's interesting how Nintendo is more directly involved this time.
Yeah. And the fact that they went with Illumination.
Oh wait, Illumination?
Yeah, the Minions people.
Ooh, that's not good. Wait, is it? So it's not going to be live action?
No, it's going to be animated.
Oh, dang it. I was hoping to have a live action one again.
You didn't know it was going to be animated?
No.
Yeah, we knew that for a while.
Gosh. I was hoping it was going to be live action. Because I unironically enjoyed the terribleness of the live action Mario movie.
Yeah.
With Mario and Luigi Mario. Basically with a script that changed daily.
Yeah.
It's a terrible movie, but it's a great kind of terrible.
Yeah. It's really funny though, like, because the Sonic movie...
Ah, balls!
The Sonic movie did well.
Guess that's how we knew that there's a chance that, if done well, if given a budget, a video game movie can work.
Yeah. Now, let's see, then you still got your deniers that are like, well, it still wasn't a good movie. It was still a very terrible movie. Sonic movie had a couple of fart jokes, and then or had a fart joke, and he dabbed it, or
the
not
Sonic
dabbed it.
movie was basically Boom 06.
So sick, like the. I want to call them. I like to call the ones who say that only Genesis games are good. I like to call them Sonic Boomers because.
Interesting.
Yeah. They don't like to admit when they're wrong, or when a game they didn't grow up on is good.
Axel the Red. So everyone actually red. It was actually red. I was thinking about something else.
Axel the Red.
Axel!
Wait. When you kill him, does he go, oh?
Or does he say, got it memorized?
What about when Zero's about to die in Mega Man X4? He's like, it's not over yet. Or whenever he jumps sometimes, he's like, yeah. He's basically Tomba about it. Yeah.
Alright, that's all 8 of the main bosses.
And after we save it, we are going to end it. Or I was trying to do this head bobbing thing, but
I'll beat all the Sigma stages.
I was trying to do that head bobbing thing, but like it doesn't work as well when you can't see it. Doesn't have the same effect.
From a Mr. You Are Gonna Die.
I want to stream some PlayStation games on Twitch, but I don't have the technology to do that yet. So basically, I need to find something where I can stream with like the S video type, you know. I haven't actually tried this one yet, but I highly doubt I can use this one to stream. I think it's only for capturing. Alright. Thanks for joining us today, and next time we'll be doing the Sigma stuff, and until then, just do the likes and subscribe and all that jazz. And thanks for watching. Hopefully not just listening, hopefully you also watch too.
Yeah, because